Logitech K120 versus Microsoft 600. Which is the better keyboard? We're going to find out today. So let's take a look at the profile. This is the Microsoft 600 and this is the K120. As you can see, the K120 just has a sloping profile, whereas the Logitech 600 sort of has a wave towards the front of the board. Now this is for ergonomic purposes, and I do find that typing on the 600 is a more pleasant experience, and that's for more reasons than just this. The 600 has a smooth typing experience, whereas the K120 is a very clacky, more rugged experience. Let's do a bit of typing to compare the difference. Very distinct, no? The 600 is smooth, makes less noise. K120, very clacky. This can be down to personal preference, what you prefer, but I personally think the 600 is a lot better to type on. It just feels better. And that brings us on to the next point. Something I noted with the Microsoft 600 is when you press down and move your finger side to side, nothing happens. It's a very sturdy keycap. But the Logitech K120, it flexes to the left and right. And this is not down to wear and tear. This is the design of the keyboard. If you're doing some crazy things on the keyboard, then it's going to be like moving around a bit the key. It's a lot less pleasant than the 600 for general typing. Let's take a look at key rollover. This is how many keys you can hold down at once, and the keyboard still detects new inputs. So on the 600 just then, I could only hold down a few keys. If I do the same on the K120, I can still register new keys. I'm holding down the movement keys, and then I can still press 1 and space and shift and 1 and all of the keys. But if I try to do the same thing on the Microsoft 600, I'll hold down 3 movement keys, space, shift, and now I can't press 1. It doesn't register. So what this means is the way that they're programmed, the Logitech K120 might actually be better if you play online games, because it seems to do a better job at registering the movement keys, space, shift, and then additional numpad keys, number keys at the same time. So key rollover is a problem for cheap keyboards because you can't register every key at once. To be honest, you probably don't need to do that in almost any situation, but it's something to note. If you play games like World of Warcraft, you might experience ghosting more often on the Microsoft 600. Ghosting meaning key inputs that didn't register because you're holding down too many keys at once already. So let's take a look at the F keys. So on the Logitech K120, it's very uniform. The F keys and the escape key is the same format as the rest of the keyboard. But if we go to the Microsoft 600, they are reduced in size. They're more difficult to press. They have a different feel. And once again, if you're a gamer and you like to bind the F keys to things, then it might throw you off, the fact that the F keys are different. However, this reduction or potential negative turns into a positive with the media keys. You've got play, pause, you've got mute, you've got turn volume up, turn volume down. And we also have a wildcard button towards the right of the keyboard. Cameraman, please pan over. We have the calculator key. And if we press that, something magical happens. We get the calculator, which will be useful for if you want to file your late taxes or something of that nature. So once again, I do think that the Logitech K120 might come out on top if you prefer gaming, but the 600 wins again for general typing. As with a lot of products, there is a lot of subjectivity in these items, but I can personally recommend the Microsoft 600 if you want the most pleasant typing experience. I find it vastly better. The only downside is the key rollover, which may be a factor if you play online games a lot. You might experience more key ghosting if you play a lot of WASD movement games. I could recommend the K120 in that example, but for the general consumer, the Microsoft 600 is definitely the best keyboard in my opinion. You can head over to the video description to purchase these items off of Amazon, and you can also head over to comparemanual.com if you're interested in looking into versus videos, either for fun or for consumer information. Let me know what keyboard you bought, if any, and we can also inform other people with all of our opinions in the comments. So let me know, what is your favorite keyboard out of the K120 or the 600? I do like reading your comments, so thank you very much.